Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Here's Hoyer. And able to find Curley. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, a run with Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Hoyer. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Hoyer to Goodwin, and the Niners have a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run. Able to pick up something there, being physical running the football. But I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
Hoyer. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Vance McDonald, 35 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, here's Crowell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose lose yardage back to the 29. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. All right.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now. Watch it now. Watch it now. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go now. Go.
The tight end in motion right.
Detroit. Detroit.
Hoyer going to hand it off to Hyde. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now receiver in motion left. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Jack Patrick, Detroit.
McDonald a man in motion.
Detroit.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now.
Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on first down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. First down, Kessler to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second down now after the pass completion. Play fake to Crowell, now Kessler. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Navarro Bowman. Coming hard on the blitz, he dumps him for a loss of 8. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Throwing is Kessler. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Browns getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Hyde. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In motion right, Garcon. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. He's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Shift together here from the D-line. Shotgun snap, Kessler. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Brent, 34 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to throw here. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Hoyer finding Garçon there for the 49er first down. A toss play. This is high. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, it's high. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And able to find Garçon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And McDonald here over the middle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, Hyde. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Kessler. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 49 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Kessler will try again on second down. A screen complete to Crowell. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that.
And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Go, Leopard! Leopard!
They run again with Hyde on first. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 26. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a run with Hyde. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Crowell. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Kessler throwing on 2nd down. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. Gun. Let's go. 319. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
They run it again with Hyde. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They run with Hyde. He's been the bell cow tonight. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hoyer with a give. This is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They run. It's Williams. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this Browns defense stands tall. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He has Britt over the middle. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This will be caught inside the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Again, it's Kessler. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's Crowell. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go now.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's Hoyer. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They run high. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big run there by Hyde. 43 yards on the ground. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. In motion left goes a tight end. Carry number 20 here for Hyde. And he works free. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now Hyde. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the number 1 pick as he gets him behind the line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Hyde. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, that's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Fielded about a yard deep. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On 3rd down, that's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hoyer. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now Hoyer. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
No. Check. Patriot. Good.
Back to the air. Kessler after the pick 6. Shrugs him off. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And San Francisco gets set. timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They pitch it out to Hyde, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A first down carry now for Crowell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Kessler now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled? Change? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to Talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And the wideout in motion. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run high, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. In motion, right, Garcon. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. In motion, right, Garcon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.